Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here, the lab coat's on back order, and it's time for episode 33 of our Pokemon Silver playthrough. In the last episode, what all did we do? Well, we did finish up with Blackthorn City Gym in the previous episode. Basically, we just went here to Route 45 and started making our way through the different various paths that lead down from here to whatever the name of the route is, or the number of the route is, leading from New Barktown to Cherry Grove City. And we're basically just going through, clearing out some trainers, looking for some items, getting attacked by wild Pokemon, you know, that old thing. So here we find a Pokemon that we're going to walk away from. And by walk, I mean run, because we're not going to risk any self-destructs. So, is there anywhere else I can check out down here? I think I've already... Wait, this is new. Alright, so once we get back to Blackthorn, I'll do a team recap at that point. We find new Mystery Berry. That is what restores your PP, as we found out, because when we brought in our Clefable, she came in holding such an item. And I think this is it. This connects back. Yes, so we're going to fly back to Blackthorn City. And there's one last little bit of this route that we can check out, and then we gotta go back and check out the lab back in New Barktown, because Professor Elm does have an item for us. He's just itching to give us something special. Anyway, let's get a heal up and then check the team. You saw that we just used Chirp for flying. Now, Chirp is listed, or he's not listed on the layout. We're just using him temporarily in place of Machamp, but we'll go over the other 5 Pokemon as we are using them currently on the team. Starting off with, we have Stinger, our level 33 Beedrill. He has the Amulet Coin in case we get into any trainer battles. He can get double the money for us. I think that's double money. Moveset is Poison Sting, Twin Needle, String Shot, and Swift. Attack is at 73, very nice. Speed is at 69, not too bad. Next we have Marowak at level 35, just tanking those self-destructs. In the last episode we had a lot of, you know, Geodude and their evolutions attacking us with exploding attacks like crazy. Anyway, Marowak is taking those, and he can dish out some damage back with the Bone Club. He also has Growl, Rage, and Submission, and defense is at 92, very good. Next, we have Heads, our level 33 Dodrio, the new addition to the team, because 2 episodes ago we did lose a Pokemon, unfortunately, so feel free to go back and check that out. Heads here has Drill Peck, Skull Bash, Fury Attack, and Growl, and best stat is 89 for attack, and speed is 76, which isn't too bad either. Next we have level 34 Bullwinkle Tauros. He has Headbutt, Iron Tail, Rest, and Horn Drill. He's our fastest Pokemon with 93 speed, 86 attack stat. Defense is pretty good also. And the final Pokemon being trained for the time being is our level 33 Clefable Fluffy, holding the Never Melt Ice to power up the Ice Punch that we taught her a few episodes back, plus she has Double Edge, Metronome, and Sing, and her best stat is the Special Defense 79, Special Attack is pretty good at 76 as well. So with all that being said, and as I say, Chirp is not currently an active, what would you say, an active role, active team member, he's just here to fly us back up, as we try to check out every route that we can. Now, we've gone to the right. I'm going to come down here. I want to make sure we check out everything we can, because it could be a very special item that we don't happen to find on either the left or the right side. And after this, we're going to head towards, as I say, New Barktown, and head from there to try to find our way to the Pokemon League. Did I go down here? I don't think I have yet. Wait, maybe I did. Hang on. Let's get this Graveler out of our way. Come on, we don't have time for this. We have to check things out and get our items. And is there anything really I can talk about? Well, I can mention that I did, on the way home today, encounter another Pokemon Go player. I was walking around grabbing some Pokestops, trying to get some items built up. I think I mentioned in the last episode that I wanted to have a decent amount of 20 Pokeballs on hand at any given time in case, you know, for example, middle of the night, about 4:51 in the morning, if I happen across a wild Electabuzz in the neighborhood. I want to be able to have items to be able to capture them, and 20 Pokeballs I think is a good amount. Have I gone down here? Yes, I have. I dealt with that trainer already. And I think I went down to the right already. I'm not exactly sure. I'm getting a little bit lost here. I might just say this is the last time we're going down here, and roll with that. So, I did encounter another Pokemon Go player who was Team Mystic, but that's okay. Just because they're not Instinct doesn't mean I don't think they're a fellow player or whatever. And they tipped me off to the fact that there was a Kabuto seen somewhere in the Uptown area, and I was like, hey, let's do this. So we went running all over the place. I did have a limited amount of time because I did have to catch a bus to get home to record this. And what is down here? Did I just go there? I think that might be... yeah, that's the little pond area that we just got the Mystery Berry. So I think we basically searched everything we can here. This over here... have these regenerated yet? Yes, they have. Another Paralyzed Cure Berry. And the other one was... What was this other one? I forget already. Just a basic regular berry. Okay, we'll take that. It's only 10 HP restored, but that's fine. And I just remembered, we didn't get the Pokemon from the guy on Cyanwood City, on the island. It was a Shuckle, if I recall correctly. What's neat with Shuckle is, if it holds a berry, over time it can become Berry Juice, which I believe is a 20 HP restoring item. But anyway, regardless, we haven't dealt with you yet. You should be lower level as well. I'm raising Pokemon too, will you battle with me? We did deal with a hiker down below here, and both of these trainers you can access earlier in the game by navigating your way through Dark Cave. So, Camper Ted's going to have a level, I'm going to say 15. 17. Not that much more to worry about, though. In fact, although you resist bug attacks, we're just going to go Twin Needle. This should drop you, I think. Yes. Barely, but it does. And we tried finding the Kabuto uptown. Unfortunately, didn't find it by the time I had to go get my bus, and it just disappeared off the radar anyway, so... No good, or no go with that. Camper Ted defeated. What? I did my best, but came up short. No excuses. I admit I lost. Very good. Oh, there's another... Okay, there's an item, plus there's another trainer. Dire Hit. That improves the critical hit ratio, I'm pretty sure. That might come in handy when we get to the Elite Four. Ups the critical hit ratio, yes. Alright, let's deal with this trainer. I wonder if Stinger will gain a level for this. I raise Pokemon too. Let's battle! So, based on the last episode, the audio recording, and the fact that I did have my fan going, I think it sounded pretty good, and I can have the fan in the background. You guys probably can't even hear it, which I'm quite happy about. Because on days when it's really, really warm, you know what? You resist the Twin Needle also? We're gonna go for it. And on days when it's really, really warm, I now know that I can have the fan going and not die as I record these videos, which is pretty good. It's going to help me with the Let's Plays in only the sense that it'll be more comfortable. Stinger has level 34, attack is at 75, speed goes up to 71, and oh, you have another Pokemon, another Ponyta. Let's go ahead and Twin Needle away. That last one, we did get a critical hit. Yeah, it's not going to be enough unless we poison you, which is a possibility. Doesn't happen, though. I'm going to go for the Growl. We're just going to go for a simple Poison Sting. With Stinger at level 34, we can switch him out and gain some experience for, I think, Fluffy is the next one to gain that level. Look at that. Even these lower level Pokemon, Stinger almost gained, well, not almost gained a level, but, oh, darn it! But he gained some good experience anyway, thanks to being boosted. I've been to many gyms, but the gym in Goldenrod is my favorite. Why? It's filled with pretty flowers. Okay, that's legitimate. Why are you good at battling? No, if you like Goldenrod City Gym, I don't even want your number. You know what? Because we all remember what happened there in episode 10, and it might be sounding kind of crazy. I can remember the exact episode number when we lost our first Pokemon of the playthrough, but I do recall that quite unfondly. So we are heading towards New Bark Town. We'll get to see what Professor Elm has to say. If we encounter a wild Rattata at level 3, it is not worth the experience. Not how they're going to gain anything from that. So let's go ahead and bike our way back to New Bark Town after we crash into a tree and see what Professor Elm wants to talk to us about. What is a quick way through? I think I have to cut to get away from all the... No, wait, I can cut to go left and avoid the grass. I can simply jump the ledges to avoid the grass, which I almost... Well, I didn't avoid it there, but I didn't get attacked, so that's okay. Alright, Elm's New Bark Town Lab. What do you have to show? Hi, Chess. Thanks to you, my research is going great. Take this as a token of my appreciation. Why exactly does he have a Master Ball? The Master Ball is the best. It's the ultimate ball. It'll catch any Pokemon without fail. It's given only to recognized Pokemon researchers. Okay. I think you can make better use of it than I can, Chaz. Well, it would have come in handy against a certain legendary of a few episodes back, but unfortunately, we didn't have it. Plus, I don't like to use anything but the regular Pokeball, so even if I had the Master Ball, I wouldn't use it. So we do need to surf. I have to go back to Cherry Grove and swap Chirp out for Gary, our still injured Gyarados. You know what? We're going to get attacked so much along the way here. Too bad we don't have Cut on the team. But this does give us a chance for a shiny encounter, which might happen, which might not. More than likely not going to happen. But we are getting close to the Indigo Plateau and the Elite Four. Now, this will be the first time I've done an Elite Four challenge, doing it in a Nuzlocke style. So I'm really not sure how this is going to go. Remember when we caught a Hoot Hoot back in episode 2, I believe it was? Good old Smarty. We'll see him again someday. And is there anything else to mention? So I was trying to get to that Kabuto uptown. Nothing really much to mention. I did hit level 19 though in Pokemon Go, which is kind of cool. So we're going to deposit Chirp in box number 2. I think we're still active on. We are, yep, so we're going to deposit Chirp away. And grab ourselves our injured Gyarados, who just wants to rest, but unfortunately, he is not done on the team. He does have the HMs that we need. Let's switch over to box number injury box, not box number anything, and bring back Gary the Gyarados. So, you know what? I said earlier I didn't change the layout, but I'm going to change the layout because there's going to be enough stuff going on that we're not using Machamp probably for the whole episode because of all this moving around. And I am going to have to teach Waterfall to somebody. I might as well just teach it to Gary. I mean, I kind of hate using him as nothing but the HM workhorse for the time being, but the fact that they give you 3 Water-type HMs in this game, I'm just going to roll with it. So I hope Gary doesn't mind, but as soon as he is recovered and we get into the Sapphire game, the Hoenn region, then he'll have a better chance to shine. We can kind of swap out his HMs for better moves, of course. And first of all, let's just surf now and see how far we can go without needing Waterfall. So we've never gone this way before. We're going boldly as we do so. And we're going to get attacked on the water, perhaps, but nope. Are we getting attacked here? Hey! Do you know what you just did? No. You've taken your first step into Kanto! Hey! My old stomping grounds! Check your Pokégear map and see. Alright, I'll do just that. Whoops. So yes, we are now in the Kanto region. There's the Tojo Falls. Oh, we get to check out all the areas too. Route 28, Victory Road, 23. Okay, we don't get to check out all the areas. Just our Johto adjacent region. That's fine. We're here in Kanto, everybody. How about that? Alright, this is the Waterfall Cave, the Tojo Falls, the link between Kanto and Johto. Now we can surf down there for items, I think. We're gonna do that before we check out the falls themselves. Let's surf on our poor Gyarados. It looks like a Lapras at this point. As we get attacked by a Wild Tentacool at level 18. Not really worth the experience. Let's just go ahead and Vamoose and get out of here. And there's something I was going to ask. Well, what I will say, now that we are in Kanto, I usually forget till the end of the episode to ask this question, but I will ask this partway through. Feel free to let me know if you would like to see me go ahead and do the Kanto region following up after the Elite Four, because there is a lot going on in Kanto as post-game for Pokemon Silver here. Or if you want me just to skip right on ahead and get into Sapphire to speed things along to try to get closer to the release date for Pokemon Sun and Moon. There's only one item here. We're going to pick it up, and it is a rare candy. That's money. We don't use rare candies to level up, we use training. But we can get some cash for that at least. So yes, feel free to let me know, would you like to see me do the Kanto post-game, or skip right on into Johto? I mean, Hoenn, because we're in Johto as it is. Tentacruel, we can take you down. I'm going for the double edge, because of course, Ice Punch will be resisted. Plus, we get nice stab power on the double edge. Not the best attack stat, of course, and it does hurt us, but I'm okay with that. We're getting some good experience off of these things. If they're going to be like level 20-ish, that's probably good experience. And another wild encounter here. I see we find nothing but the jellyfish here, but they give good experience, so I will take them up on that. And go for the double edge. I've already run out of things to talk about. What else has happened for the day? Well, I hit level 19 for my Pokemon Go adventures. I'm still trying to decide when and even if I can get to a nature park here in town for the next episode of Pokemon Go, because I don't know if things are going to work out well enough, and if I don't, then I'm not exactly sure what more I can show off in Pokemon Go. I've already discussed the new update and how Pokemon are so much harder to catch and how the curveballs curve way off to the side now, and you're probably experiencing that yourself. That's the hard thing with Pokemon Go. It's not exactly a playthrough that you can do, because everybody out there has their own story behind it. You know, there's gyms in everyone's area, or at least most areas, and I could show you, like, me trying to conquer some gyms. First of all, I can't really do that because my guys aren't high enough CP to do that, but even if I had the high CP, it's like the gym could be conquered in the next, hour or so, so it's kind of hard to really think of how to do a recording and a playthrough of Pokemon Go. But if anything new comes along, I can show something off, like in the new update. I'm really looking forward to when they update with new Pokemon and generations and such. So what is up here? Got an item. Find ourselves a Moonstone. Interesting, we're using a Clefable as we find that. Alright, so we do need to get the waterfall HM taught to our Gyarados. I'm pretty sure nobody else can learn it, and that being the case, Gary, I hope you don't mind. Let's go down to HM, is it 6? No, 7. Alright, so our Gyarados is about to learn Waterfall. Yep, the only one who can. Now what move do I want to get rid of? Given the fact that he has a lot of good power behind his attack stat, probably don't even need Dragon Rage. I'm going to keep Takedown on him because it's a move he can't normally relearn, and I'm going to see how far I can take him through the generations with that. Dragon Rage he can relearn with a Heart Scale, so since he's not going to be used for the rest of Silver anyway, and we don't need Dragon Rage for the remainder of this game, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. Let's Waterfall our way up. Go for it, Gary. Well, okay. That looked like a Whirlpool combined with Waterfall. So we have made it through, almost, the Tojo Falls. What is in here? Oh, hi Slowpoke. Level 23, that could be good experience. Then go ahead and Drill Peck. You know what, we haven't used Skull Bash yet, let's do that. Now, I don't think you get the defense boost in this. You do! Okay, nice. I did not know that. I thought it was in Gen 6 that they started that, but I will take that. Go for the Skull Bash. 3 skulls bashing against the Slowpoke. I thought that was going to be a one-hit KO. But it's good to know that we get the defense boost in Gen 2. I'll be making a little bit more use of the Skull Bash, I believe. So we have made it through Tojo Falls. Alright, and we're being attacked. It's rare to see anyone come here. Are you training on your own? Not at all. I am with my Pokemon. Unless that's what you meant. Yes, I am a single trainer bringing my Pokemon. As Cool Trainer Megan has 3 Pokemon. She's gonna have all the starters of Kanto, isn't she? Well, this is an easy Drill Peck. Look at the levels, though. Pretty comparable to what we have. Hopefully that means the wild Pokemon are going to be nice and high leveled as well, so we can get some grinding before taking on the Elite Four. So you're gonna have a... I'm gonna say Charmander next. Never mind. I think we're still okay, though. We are super effective with Drill Peck. That should do at least half. Because the attack stat on heads is way up there. Look at that, at least half. I was right. And next is going to probably be the Ivysaur. I thought we might have gained a level off of that. Head sits level 34, 92 attack stat. Bring in the Ivysaur. There we go. And we know a Drill Peck should drop this if the Venusaur couldn't handle it. So we chose the right Pokemon to lead with, fortunately. Now, we're going to probably see a lot more of the Kanto starters and their evolutions on the way up to Victory Road, which is going to be pretty nice. Alright, Cool Trainer Megan is defeated. She was a cool trainer. Oh, you're really strong. Thank you. I'm checking out pre- and post-evolution Pokemon. Evolution really does make Pokemon stronger, but evolved forms also learn moves later on. That is true, that's something that has been commonly known from all generations just about. Where are you off to with Pokemon? Pokemon League? What is that? I've never heard of this. Are your Pokemon loyal enough for you to win? Let me see. If it doesn't come to trust you some more, it could be tough going. Trust is the tie that binds Pokemon and trainers. Alright, I'll tell you what. You take a look at my Beedrill and tell me what you think of him. He has been with us the longest on the team thus far, and if anyone trusts me, it's him. Blah 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 blah. Are your Pokemon loyal enough? Let me see. Ah, your Pokemon trust you very much. It's nice to see a good trainer. Here, a gift for your journey. Oh, cool. Is this return? No, TM37 happens to be Sandstorm. It's a move that inflicts damage on both battlers. It's for advanced trainers only. Use it if you dare. Good luck. So, we don't really have anyone that's going to make use of that. Although, no, Marowak could. It doesn't do anything to boost his evasiveness or anything, but he would be immune to the damage. And, in fact, who needs the level next? Fluff... No, Stinger leads... Okay. I have to leave with Stinger now to get in the next level. So, it's good we picked up a TM. Ralph the Fisher. Chaz, good evening. I don't know if that was his voice or not. It's me, Ralph. Got a minute? Want a battle? It's not going to be a repeat of the last time we met. I'll be around Route 32. See you later, click. So, no thanks. We're on our way to take on the Elite Four. We want to make some headway in this episode. We've only made it a little bit farther into Kanto. Or at least a little bit into Kanto, for starters. We have a trainer here. Let's go. You look pretty strong. Let me battle you. Since you asked ever so nicely, I will oblige. And this cool trainer has 3 Pokemon. Blake is going to send in a Charmander. Never mind, Magneton. So Stinger can't do much to that. But we're going to switch into, of course, Marowak. Now, what can the Magneton do? Would you have Explosion or Self-Destruct? It is TM teachable in previous generations. Thunderbolt is as well. But fortunately, we are Ground type. Now you Supersonic us. You are faster, which is interesting. I didn't think Magneton were terribly fast. But with our attack stat, not as good as our defense, this is not going to hurt ourselves too much. That was 12. Alright. That's going to make it a little bit more powerful with our own self-confusion damage. Unless we get confused no more, one shot with a Bone Club, Magneton goes down. No sturdy ability. Even if you had the sturdy ability in the future, we got a critical hit, and boosted experience for Marowak. He's going to gain a level, I'm sure, if this is another Magneton. Quagsire. How are we going to deal with you? Probably heads. What is your special defense like? Special defense is only 53. That being the case, I think probably Bullwinkle might be the best. Let's go. We can try to flinch this thing out with some headbutts. And he's level 31 as well. So we're going to go for Amnesia. Going to sharply boost the special defense. Now this is the first time we're seeing Amnesia used in this generation. Back in Gen 1, it was a sharp boost to the special stat, but here in the Johto region with the special stat being split into attack and defense, Amnesia does boost your defense. So we flinched it once. Can we flinch it again? No, we can't. But we get the knockout, so that's much more beneficial. As Bullwinkle almost hits level 35, last Pokemon in is an Execute. That's not a Dragon type yet. It's not a Alola region. Do I want to try the Horn Drill? I want to try the Horn Drill. I don't want to try it anymore. Now, this would have been a good time to have taught Bullwinkle Snore. But, you know what? We didn't buy any healing items for potions or anything. I'm going to make sure I do that before taking on the Elite Four also. I want to get as many healing items as we can before going into those pretty intense battles. Tell you what, I'm going to charge up a Solar Beam. We're sending in Stinger. I was saying in the last episode, Stinger hasn't really had a chance to shine that much in any dramatic way. He's going to tank this Solar Beam. He's going to Twin Needle back and drop the Execute in a single attack. 8 whole damage. Now this is a Psychic type, but it is double weak to Bug. You have kind of decent defense. It's not going to hold up against our Twin Needle of Stinger the Beedrill. Bullwinkle hits level 35. There we go. Any new moves for our Tauros here? Nope. That's okay, though. Blake is defeated. Yow! And a nice spot of cash. If you prevail on this harsh trek, the truth will be revealed. Heh, sorry. I just wanted to say something cool. Well, you are a cool trainer, so it kind of goes with the job. And we're getting attacked in the grass! No, wouldn't it be something if a trainer could follow you into the grass and then they get attacked and you just walk away from them? You're good, aren't you? But I'm better! That was Wolf O'Donnell, of course, from Star Fox 64. Cool trainer Brian has a single Pokemon. What is it? It's Rocky! It's a Sand Slash! Would you have Rock Slide? I hope not. I think Stinger can handle this. It does have good attack. Well, kind of decent attack. It's got really good defense, though, apparently. I probably should switch out. Wait, we have Swift Attack. I'm going to try another Twin Needle. See if we get the poison. Come on, Stinger, you can do this. This thing's a level above you, too. Now, that might be painful. A critical will bring us down. Therefore, we're switching out to our defensive, our own ground type. Let's go Marowak. Now, I'm assuming Sandslash is going to outspeed us, so we can't probably go for any flinching. A critical hit we can easily survive. Let's just go for the Bone Club and try to get as much damage off as we can, although Bone Club is not fully accurate, and now we're blinded. This could turn into a bit of a long battle. Another slash attack. Even a critical, we will survive at this range, I'm going to say. I didn't do any math on that one, but just based on how far the bar went down, I think I'm right on that. Slash attack. Not critical. The next one would probably bring us down if it's critical, but we drop the Sand Slash. Time to go for some potions, as we gain a level on Marowak to level 36. These guys are leveling up quite nicely. Defense at 95. And Brian is defeated. Just as I thought. So let's go ahead and let's talk first and then heal. A good trainer can recognize other good trainers. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a couple of super potions, at least one, for Marowak. And I'm going to give one to Stinger as well, because he hasn't quite hit level 35 yet to be rotated into getting someone else the next level. So, I realize I'm not doing anything other than talking about what's happening in the game again. I like to sort of mix up the commentary and talk about other things, but sometimes I'm just so focused. Don't say a thing. Sorry. Let me guess what you're thinking. I got it! You're on the Pokemon League Challenge! Is this like the guy in Sabrina's gym back in Saffron City in the Kanto region who used his psychic powers to predict that I was going there for her badge? So, of course, this is a psychic type. It could have a psychic attack, but we're going to try Twin Needle. I think the defense is okay on Starmie as well, so yeah, we might not drop it with a single Twin Needle unless we get critical. Which we don't. And a Bubble Beam. Our special defense, I believe, is going to handle that. Now, don't drop the speed, because if you don't, we can stay in and go for the KO. Excellent. Alright, Stinger drops the Starmie. I could have used him back in Cerulean City, back in the Pokemon Blue playthrough. That was quite a difficult challenge dealing with Misty Starmie. But he almost hits level 36 off of that, and he's trying to learn Pin Missile. I'm more a fan of Twin Needle, it's got more power to it, plus it does have the chance to poison. Pin Missile has a 2 to 5 hit rate, and not as good power behind it. Execute, we dealt with you already. Stinger's going to stay in and go for Twin Needle. Will he hit level 36 off of this battle? Quite possibly. I really hope so, too. Look at that, one Twin Needle drops the Execute. Alright, what's your last Pokemon going to be? Is it going to be enough for Stinger to level up? Girafarig. This one might be scary. It is normal and psychic. And it's level 34. I don't think I want to risk that. Probably our best bet is to go into... I'm going to say Bullwinkle again. His special defense is not super good, but his physical defense is pretty nice. And we can get some good power off with... Yeah, see, I was kind of concerned there was a psychic attack coming our way. How much does this do to us? That was 24. Okay. I think I did the math. Yeah, 24, so 48 would have been critical. But can we do at least a 2-hit KO? We can. It does flinch. I don't know. Do they get Inner Focus in the next generation for the ability? They might. But either way, abilities do not exist yet, so we can take that thing down. Bullwinkle gaining some boost experience as well. So Stinger didn't quite hit that next level just yet. You're too much. I am. Thank you. With your skills, you'll do well at the league. That's what my premonition says. So we're going to switch Stinger out, of course, into... Next one to gain a level is going to be Fluffy. And she might... Yeah, I'm going to give her a Super Potion. Get her nice and healed up. We only got 2 of them left, though. And we don't have our flying Pokemon. Now, I could teach Fly to Heads in a pinch, if I need to. Let's see if we can get off this bridge without getting attacked again. Well, it's not going to happen. Wait, we can go over here. What? You're not even on screen. I just saw your hair. You shouldn't underestimate the wild Pokemon in these parts. I'm glad to hear that. I want to see some high-level wild Pokemon to grind off of. So, cool trainer, Rena, with 3 Pokemon, leading off with a Starmie. And we're leading off with our Clefable, which isn't the best, but I can sing it to sleep, then go for some double edges. We haven't even used Metronome yet. I am concerned about some self-destructing moves with Metronome, though. We might want to save that for a climactic battle at the Elite Four. Let's see what random luck Metronome decides to give us. Let's go for a double edge for the stab damage, as Starmie takes at least 1 turn to sleep. And can we do at least half with this double edge? Yes, we can. Alright, so another one will bring it down. It does wake up and go for... Oh, recover. I'm going to take even more recoil damage, but I still think it's going to faint based on how much it recovered. Yeah, we just got the Starmie, but it's going to bring Fluffy down to about half. What? How did you live that? Alright, you can recover. You're not going to survive this one. Then I'm probably going to have to switch out Fluffy, because she's a little bit too weak at this point. So we gained some nice experience for our Clefable. She's about halfway down there. And almost a level, so even when we switch her out, she will gain a level, as a Nidoqueen comes in. Now, we could Ice Punch this. But I do believe our best bet is to go to our defensive Marowak. Poison and Ground are both physical, so he will survive them the best with his nice defense. Body Slam is also physical, and it's not Stab, so it hardly does a thing to us, and we can go for a super effective Bone Club. As you try to paralyze us, do you pick up the paralysis? You do not. Bone Club, is it a 1-hit KO? We are 3 levels above. Not quite. We can't flinch you, of course, because you are faster. And double kick. You got nothing but physical attacks. That's nice. Marowak is our best one to resist those. So, are you going to have Nido King next? Come on, let's hurry this up. We're already past about the half-hour mark just about. So Fluffy does hit level 35. Now, as a Stone Evolution Pokemon, I don't believe she learns any other moves past her evolutionary stage, of course. And another Starmie. Let's go into Bullwinkle. It can't learn anything super effective against him. Plus, we have Rest if we need to heal up. Goes for a Bubble Beam. Is that a move they learn naturally now? Because, of course, Misty's had Bubble Beam, but it was because it was a TM move. I'm gonna go for the Rest. I want to save the Super Potions for the other Pokemon. The Starmie kind of worries me. See how much the Bubble Beam's gonna do to us. What I'm afraid about, or what I'm afraid of, is a critical hit. So we're at 105. This does exactly 30 damage. So let's go for an Awakening. We got 3 of those left too. Okay, this is kind of scary. I could go into Stinger, because he can get some super effective damage off. Now, we won't survive a critical hit, but I'm going to go for the Headbutt, try to flinch it out. Yes, alright, that was... okay, I was scared there. Why do you gotta pull these things near the end of the episode? Last time there was a Golem self-destructing on us, this time we have a Starmie. Come on! But that is gonna round out the episode as we defeat Cool Trainer Rena. Oh, you're much too strong. I wouldn't say much too strong, but we are strong. You're just a kid, but you're not to be underestimated either. Wow, you're good at battling. So that is going to be the last battle for the episode. We're gonna step off the bridge and save it up right here. As I do so, I want to say thank you for checking out today's episode, and come on back later on today for the first of the, if you're interested, Pokemon TCG Steam Siege TCG online videos that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing a pack opening of 10 packs, compiling my first online deck of Steam Siege, and see what I have to work with, and see if I can get some wins with some battles, or with the deck I'm going to assemble, and just have some fun overall. And yeah, it's a little too late to go and check out the previous Steam Siege pre-release tournament video where you can win the code cards. But anyway, all that being said, feel free to come back later on today as I get around to recording and editing the video of the first online Steam Siege Pokemon TCG video. You know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, thanks for checking out the episode today, folks. Feel free to share the playthrough with a friend who might want to check out a classic retro playthrough of Pokemon Silver. And as we go through the generations leading towards Sun and Moon, coming out in November. I've said that many times, I'll probably keep on saying it. Anyway, signing off now for Professor Chaz, saying I'll catch you next time.